Hi, my name is Krista. Welcome to the reading. Today I wanted to do a reading asking your angels and guides, what do you need to know right now? I always like to start the readings by setting the intention. Angels and guides, please surround us with your love and light. Please guide us to the information that will help us at this time. Right away, when I was connecting with the energy of this reading, I was getting this feeling of new foundations, of rebuilding, like starting something again, but building it stronger, like making it stronger. And I always pick out the candles and the crystals I use during the reading as a reflection of the energy of the reading. And today I really felt called to use a green candle and my green crystals. And then also when I was lighting the incense, I didn't even realize it until after it was lit, but it's a green incense. I didn't realize the collection of incense I had, all the wood handles are different colors, and that the one I picked today was green. And I feel like the green in this reading is representing new growth, like part of that new foundation. But let's jump into the reading and see what your angels have to say today. Today I'll be starting with the Archangel Michael Oracle deck. Trust the guidance you're receiving. Archangel Uriel has blessed you with a brilliant epiphany. I am also present to clear away your worries so you can trust your divine guidance. Maybe this new thing or this thing that's bringing prosperity or new growth into your life has been triggered by this new idea or this idea that is going to come to you. And because this is a collective reading, I always get like the duality of the message. So I feel in like one instance, someone may already have this idea and they're sitting on the idea. They haven't put it into action yet. And right now you're in the process of starting this idea, starting to make the steps, and that's like the foundation you're building. And then there's the second group who the idea hasn't yet come to them. It's on its way. Clarity is on its way. It's one of those things where once you get the idea, you'll know it's for you. Like to trust that guidance and to trust your intuition that this information you're receiving is correct. And this is on the bottom of the deck. I feel called to pull it. It says, "This is a blessing in disguise. Be patient and have faith that your angels have the situation under control. What will come is far better than you dared to dream." And I'm getting this feeling of maybe you went through like a big tower moment. Like maybe something crumbled in your life, and that is why you have to build this new foundation. That you thought something was going to go one way and it didn't work out, and now you're not sure what to do. Or maybe I'm hearing backup plan. Like what you thought was plan A isn't working out, and now you're on to plan B. But I feel like your angels are saying that plan B was always the plan. It's like taking the back roads to get there, like taking the scenic route to get there. That there were lessons that had to be learned before plan B could even begin. And it may be unexpected because it's not exactly what you wanted or what you think you wanted. But I feel through the process of building, of creating this foundation, and over time, like you're going to build the house exactly as you want it. Like that's the metaphor they're showing me right now. It's like you want to buy a house and all the houses on the market, they're not quite right, but you're putting in bids anyway because that's just what's available, and it's hard to get a house anyway, like with the market. Like there just aren't enough houses. So you feel like you have to settle on something that's not quite perfect. And then one day this beautiful land comes along and you never considered building a house, but the land is so beautiful, you decide to take on the risk. And then you build a house that is your dream house because you're building it from scratch. And I feel like there's something like that happening in your life. Like it's the riskier way, it's the unexpected way, whatever this thing is. And I feel like in taking that risk, in deviating from the plan, it's automatically sending a message out to the universe that you are open to receive. And through this opening, like the loss of control through loosening your grip on imagining things exactly how they are supposed to be, like the world is going to work out. I'm hearing it gives the universe the permission to work things out in your favor. It's like your angels are always there to help you, but they can't help you unless you ask for help. And I'm getting that same feeling right now with you're praying for like a specific dream, and maybe it's not coming in the way you want it. And because it doesn't look exactly the way you want it to look, you're rejecting it. But once you let go and surrender that idea of what you think it should look like, that's when multiple opportunities come to you. It's like all the paths become open at that point. Yes, you are correct. You have listened to your inner guidance and made a wise choice. Keep moving forward. Again, it's validating this plan B. Like it's not your first choice. You're not quite sure if it's the right thing to do. Maybe it's the untraditional way to do something, it's unorthodox. Maybe there are people in your ear telling you that what you're doing is the wrong thing to do. Because again, I feel like it's a risky situation, like to others. I'm not saying like whatever you're doing is risky, but I feel like by societal standards or like maybe people in your life, it appears to be like a risky decision, but it's really the right decision because you're in alignment with yourself when you're making this decision. And again, they're drawing me back to that metaphor of like building a house. You know, people are saying like, really, you want to build a house in this economy? Like with the prices of everything and finding a good contractor and permits and licenses and like all the things that you have to go through with, like it's going to take forever. And you could just find a perfectly good house and change it and make it your own. And it's like, yeah, you could buy a house or you could find an apartment or like even like rent out an apartment and make it your like do things to it and make it your own and it'll be fine. It's like it's a good option, but you could also do something and make it completely your own and have it be the greatest option. And like just apply that to whatever the situation is. Like, yeah, it's good. It's not a bad thing. It's a good thing, and it's okay. And you can like get by, and and everything will be all right. But it's not the greatest option. It's not your biggest option, yet the best option for you. And I feel like in some ways you know that and you're feeling that, and that's why you're choosing this other thing, why you're building this new foundation. And your angels are saying it's like picking a new timeline. And that's not a word I use personally. So I think it's really interesting that that's coming up. I feel like I learn just as much as you during these readings, so it's really cool. But that's how they're making me feel right now. Like there's like you're on one timeline right now, and it's okay. It's good. There's nothing wrong with it, and your angels are always there to protect you, and you're going to be okay. But there's something else. There's like another timeline that you could pick, and it could be even better. And I think you know which timeline you're on because when you're on your best, you can feel it. And when you're on the okay one, you can feel that too because there's this feeling of restlessness, like this feeling of something's not quite right. And I'm hearing that song Ironic by Alanis Morissette. I'm not sure why that's coming in. It's like it's just that like I this feeling of irony, I guess. I don't know if it's irony. It's that like It's like getting a pebble in your shoe. Oh, okay, that's why they're bringing it. It's that song. It has like this feeling of something's not quite right. Like those lyrics portray some things that just are not quite right. And that's like that pebble in the shoe, like you're walking and it's just this real small pebble, but it's irritating. And I feel like there's something, there's a situation or something going on where you feel that feeling of something's not quite right. And it's making you change your plans. It's making you build this new foundation. And your angels are here today to say you're right. Like that feeling is right, and that new path is right, and all the things that you are doing right now are right and they are aligned. This one came out. Take control of your thoughts. Your thoughts are creating your reality. Have faith and stay focused on the outcome that you truly desire. And to me, this card is also like you have the key. Like you have the key to unlocking this for yourself. And a lot of that is staying positive in your mind, to not doubt the power that you have to make this happen in your life, or not to doubt that this is something that you can have or achieve, or you may have thought like the dream's too big. And I feel like this card is saying to remain optimistic. Achievement. Yeah, this is achievable, and I think that's why they're saying to like what's your thoughts? Like don't tell yourself that it's not possible, because anything is possible. Anything is possible with God. Like opens all doors. Take a little time to reflect on what you have achieved to date. It is often easy to forget where you started from and how far you've come. Honor and be grateful for this extraordinary journey that is your life. And I feel like the angels are reminding you that like sometimes when we start a new journey, it feels like we're starting from the beginning, and it can feel like, oh, like everything we've done up until this point has just been like a waste of time, or a relationship that we were in was a waste of time, or and it's not. It's all part of that process. It's all part of that learning, and it's like stepping stones. And I think it's important for you to take time out and appreciate how far you've come, and just show yourself grace through this process, especially because when we're building things it can feel overwhelming. So I feel like it would be good to have balance, to like step away from the situation for a little bit and then come back to it, like go do something fun and then come back to it. Surrender. I feel like I said that. Once you surrender this to God, like once you let go of this control, then you're opening up abundance into your life. There is no point in pushing the barrow up such a steep hill. Go back to the start. Surrender your expectations. There is an easier way. When the time is right, a new path will appear. Wow. Okay. Yeah, it's like I feel like that's just validation for this reading of you're starting over, back to the start. Wow, I'm getting like chills right now. Back to the start, back to the plan, building that new foundation, and you're surrendering how you thought things should be, the way things should play out in your life. You're surrendering that plan to God. I mean, even hearing like also that example of, well, I'll just use myself as an example. I thought, I thought like when I was in college, I thought, okay, I'll go to college, start my career, meet, like, not date yet, then eventually start dating, be married by 27, and then start having kids at 30. And none of it happened like that. Absolutely none of it happened like that. And I kind of feel like that is the situation. Like you had a plan. You thought it would always gonna, like I'm gonna do this, and then do this, and then do that. Like there was like a structure, and it just didn't work out that way. And it didn't work out that way because it wasn't meant to work out that way. And when we let go of those plans, it allows for life to bring in more magic to us. Like letting go of the control and just letting life come to us. Letting life happen as it was meant to happen and not trying to compartmentalize life, to like put it in boxes and stages and outlines and drafts. You know what I mean? Like just to let it flow. And that is difficult. And they're showing me like a lazy river. Like when you go tubing on a lazy river, and it's like life isn't a lazy river. Like you're not just gently flowing down the river. Sometimes there are rapids. Sometimes your loved ones get sick. Like sometimes you lose a job, sometimes you lose someone in your life, or, like life's rapids. And I say that to specify that I understand, like, when people are like, go with the flow, like, it's not so easy because sometimes the flow is rapids. But I feel like when life is like that, when you are in the rapids, that is the best time to surrender. Sometimes you got into that situation because you didn't surrender. Like you were trying to control it, and you controlled yourself right into the situation. And I also think it's funny that this card uses the word control, like take control of your thoughts. And I feel like God is like joking, like, oh, you want control? Well, you want to use control and practice control. Well, how about you use that control that you're trying to have in your life and put it towards your thoughts? Do something productive with that trait. But yeah, I feel like this is a really positive reading, that a new path is appearing, and for some it has appeared already, and for some of you, you're still waiting for that moment of clarity. And again, with this card, this is a blessing in disguise. Like maybe you hit that rapid. Maybe you're in that rapids right now, and it is changing your direction. Like there's a fork in the river, and you're going down the fork that you never thought you'd go down. And it's scary because you're off the beaten path and you don't know where you're going. But in actuality, it's the right path. It's the new path that is appearing in front of you. I'm going to pull one more card to close out this reading. Miracle. Our wings of light surround you and those you love. This current situation is governed by a higher power. The forces of love are at work. All will turn out well. That is an incredible way to end this reading. Like, sometimes spirit really hits me in the feels. Like, wow. All will turn out well. Your angels are with you. They are protecting you. They are helping you through this. God has you in his hands. Like, love is surrounding this situation. And I feel like this reading is just to reassure you and to let you know that, like, all is going to work out, and to tell you that you are on the right path. Wow, this has just been such an incredible reading, and I am so grateful for you for being here, and I'm so grateful to your guides and your angels for sharing this with me today. And I am wishing you so much luck and happiness and abundance on this new path that is coming into your life. Thank you for being here with me today. I hope this reading has brought you some clarity. Until I meet with you in the next reading, I am wishing you a wonderful and blessed day. Bye.